But I've been very coy about what we're playing. Nobody knows. Do you want to introduce to everyone what's going on here?
Sure. So this is a board game of my own design. It's a lane battler in the same vein as like a Radlands or a Marble Snap or like a Airland and Sea. But it's in the Summoner Wars universe. So I completely used Summoner Wars characters and cards, tweaking a lot of abilities and stuff and changing them, but giving them the same feel so that when you play a card in this game, you are like reminded of the cards in Summoner Wars. So hopefully you get that when you're playing through here. But there's three outposts in the middle. Those will be um, like your three bases that you're battling for, and all of them have different abilities. So if you click a color, all those colors will go away.
Okay. What's my
You
favorite
gotta pick.
color? Let's do purple. There we go.
All right. And I have the rules up there in a PDF. If you go over the things and hit Alt, it'll like
There we
zoom
go.
in.
Okay, awesome.
They're a little blurry. It's the best I could do, but so each outpost in the middle has different abilities. You're battling over the three outposts over three different rounds, and those rules are a little outdated because I'm constantly tweaking them as I kind of get the feel right for the balance. So we're gonna play it slightly different. We're gonna draw 7 cards to begin with instead of 5, but the goal is to win 2 of the 3 rounds, and you win a round normally by winning the most outposts. Occasionally, you'll battle over just like one outpost, or like you might be tied at an outpost, so you don't actually win it. But having the majority of the lanes won in the round will win you that round, and if you win 2 rounds, you win the game. So every unit is also unique. There's 55 current units in the game. They all have their own abilities. So if you hover over the unit deck, which is the one I'm over by, and you hit 7, it'll draw 7 cards for you.
Okay.
And then you can alt between them.
Awesome. And do I need to right now when I look at the table's like tilted. Is there something I should do
Yeah,
to
I don't know why you're on that side of the table.
I wonder I remember I played with the Beast Slumbers once and he knew all sorts of like tricks to change the camera. Uh
Yeah, I'm
this
not very good with
there's like a top-down way to view. Okay, well let's finish the rules and then we'll try to figure that out.
but on your turn each time, you'll have a 2 choices. You will have um the ability to pass if you want to not play anymore, and you'll have the ability to play a card. So those are your 2 options. You can play at any of the 3 outposts. There is a max of 3 cards on your side per outpost. That's something to be wary of. Hey, I have 2 cards here. If I play another card, that's my last card there. I have to then try and win with what I have there and hope that that's enough. But there's a little nuance to like when to pass. Like if I see you lay down a bunch of strong cards, I might pass that round and hope that I can win the next 2.
Uh-huh. And so, sorry,
Whoever.
just real quick. So we're playing. We play cards to an outpost. Like we'll put them like right beneath that outpost.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yeah.
And it's 1 card per turn.
Yep, 1 card per
Yeah.
turn.
Okay. Sorry.
And then whoever wins the round will get one of these tokens I use to denote them. It's just checkers. And then if if you win, you get less cards. So if you win, you'll draw 3 extra cards for the next round, and if you lose, you'll draw 4. So you get
I
an extra
see.
card if you lose to try and give you like a leg up to win the next one. The person who will start the next round is whoever has more cards because they have the advantage to win it. Um, unless you're tied, then whoever won the last round will start the next round.
I see. I see. Makes sense. And each so a round is us playing all of our cards.
Not necessarily, because you can pass at any point. So you could not play a single card this round. If I play a really strong card and you're like, I don't want to deal with that one, I'm just going to pass. And then you keep your 7 cards and you draw 4 more because I would win.
Uh-huh.
And we'd go into the next round. But normally it's around like 5 or 6 cards get played around.
Yeah, and there's maximum 3 rounds.
Yep, 3
Yeah.
rounds and then 3 cards at each outpost. And these dice are to denote power changes because every card has its own strength.
I see. Okay.
But a lot of them have ways to manipulate the strength, do different things with the strength. Some of the outposts have similar things. So I use red dice to denote like a decrease in power, and blue to denote an increase in power. When I played it in person, like the 10 or 12 times I played it in person, I used the boost tokens and the wound tokens from Summoner Wars.
Oh, yeah.
But the goal is to hopefully get it published at some point. I've been talking to Plaidhead about it, and then there will be designated tokens that'll be plus or minus 3 strength.
Sounds super cool. I'm excited to try it out.
Yeah, so the 3 outposts we have to start here. The one on my right is the Ancient Library, and that's when you play a card here, you draw an extra card. It's one of the only ways to get extra cards. However, it's only once per round, so you can't get more than 1 extra card. The middle card is the Airy Island. So every time a card is played here, another friendly card can be moved from here to another outpost. Kind of giving that avian feel.
I see.
And then the last one is the Winding Path, which kind of pairs interestingly with the Airy Island, because when cards would be moved to another outpost, they are moved here instead if able. So you have to move down the Winding Path if you move a card to a different outpost.
Cards that would be moved to another outpost are moved here instead if able. I see. Wait, so... Oh, I see. So anything that like would leave the Airy Island goes to the Winding Path.
Yeah, unless you've maxed out the Winding Path at 3 cards,
At
then
3
you
cards.
could send things
Gotcha.
other places. So I'll give you a little bit of time to read your cards.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with most of them because I made them. So
yes. And so okay, so we're gonna take turns playing cards, and then we're each gonna have cards in each outpost, and then it's the amount of total strength whoever wins the outpost, or how?
yeah. So
Yeah.
the amount of total strength is whoever wins the outpost, and there is like if you tie at 1 outpost, then it's going to end up being, and like there's not, you don't win the other 2. Like you split, one person wins one and one person wins the other. Then it would be total strength in general. So
Is the tiebreaker. Okay, sounds good.
yeah, is the tiebreaker.
And then are cards all gonna be wiped from the board in between rounds?
Yep, cards and outposts. So we will get brand new everything for the next round,
Gotcha.
except the cards you keep in hand.
Gotcha. Sounds good. I wonder. All right. Yeah, so the cards carry over, but cards are wiped. Awesome. I will go through and read everything, see if I can understand. And I'll talk loud to chat, but mute myself as I go through.
No worries.
Let's see. All right, so move an enemy card to another outpost.
Yeah, I got rid of your stream when you drew cards.
Gotcha. And so, and the abilities are like, if an ability doesn't specify, does that mean like when I play it, do that ability?
Yeah, it's almost always when you play it. Some of them, I haven't denoted this on the cards, but some of them you'll notice are like more passive abilities. Like, but most of them, if it's something that it says to do, you do it immediately when you play it. And cards, units wise, happen before outposts happen. So if the outpost also has you do something, you do unit card first.
Gotcha.
So I can go first when you're ready.
All right, give me Give me another like 3 minutes or so just to read through all of
Yeah.
these.
Take as long as you need.
Biter, play this to one of your opponent's outposts. Lower the strength of all other units there by 2. Oh wow, so it goes to your opponent's outpost. That's really funny. So you just sabotage them. This is the first card to move in a round. If this is the first card to move in a round, it increases its strength by 3.
And when 2 unit abilities would happen at the same time, the active player chooses which happens first, much like Summoner
I
Wars.
recognize that rule.
Yeah.
Tress, copy the base strength of opponent's card. Yep. Gain the abilities of other friendly cards at this outpost. Interesting. Copy the strength of an ability of a friendly card. When this card is played at an outpost, it limits the card count to 1 for each player at this outpost. When this card is played at... Interesting. Okay, well, Titus is just really good. Okay, I have read the cards. I think I sort of have a plan.
Well, that's not good. I don't want you having a plan. I didn't say get a plan.
I don't know. I'm seeing some combos here.
That's the hope. So I'll go first. I'm going to start with Brub, and we're gonna play. I'll play at the Ancient Library. So Brub starts out weak, but each turn Brub will increase strength by 1, and I will draw 1 more card.
I see. That does seem good.
You'll also find a lot of yin and yang in this game where like Brub has a counterpart that starts really strong and slowly gets weaker the longer it's on the battlefield.
I see.
And if you can guess which card in the game from Summoner Wars that is, I would be very happy. But I don't know if you'll guess it. Maybe you have it. Who knows?
Like the first thing that jumps to mind is Fungal Beast.
It's not Fungal Beast, but that would be a good one.
Not Fungal Beast. Something that's slowly losing strength.
It's something that's just ginormous in Summoner Wars. In like, it's just a giant champ. I'll give you.
I see. That's. I feel like all right. That's pointing me towards the Eater.
No, not the Eater.
Don't.
I don't think I have the Eater here.
Don't tell me. Do. Going through.
Oh, also,
yeah.
If you want to see what's in the deck, you can all search it. If you
okay.
So if you want to see like all cards available,
gotcha.
It won't show you the exact order, but if you right click, you can search on the deck.
Gotcha.
To see you.
I think it's fine. I think I'll play them as they come. So let's okay. Let's play Gusto to the Airy Island. Why am I
I don't know. You could rotate cards.
Why am I typed down like this? Yeah.
If you hit Q and E, you can rotate it. If you have it set to 90 degrees, that's easiest. But
gotcha. I wonder if I can like quick Google if there's a way to change my camera.
You can change camera with right click.
Yeah, well, like you see how I'm like top. I like.
Yeah, you're on the side. I don't know if you can change where you sit.
Oh, I see. Like maybe that's just like based on where I'm sitting. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. It totally works. All right, so Gusto, and then so I'm thinking each time a card is played here, another friendly card can be moved. Oh, that would be another friendly card. Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave Gusto here for now then, and call that good.
So if you click your name,
Change team.
Does it give you? Yeah, maybe change team. I don't, or spacebar.
Spacebar just resets like up above.
Oh, does it?
Um, change team
Change
doesn't.
colors, I think.
Oh, is that why? Oh, because I'm over here. Of
Yeah.
course, of course. Okay, there
Yep.
we go. Because that's the seat that I took. All right,
Yep.
looks good. All right, so I've played Gusto.
Okay. So you're gonna increase its strength by 3.
Oh, Kairos effect saving us in chat. Right mouse to rotate camera. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm not good
Couldn't
with
have
Tabletop
figured.
Simulator.
We
I've
were.
only basically used Tabletop Simulator for this and a couple other things. And if I didn't have to use it for this, like if it wasn't the best option, I wouldn't because I don't enjoy tabletop that much.
I feel like it's a love hate with everybody with tabletop.
Yeah, but it works well for this. So you played Gusto.
Yep.
What do I want to play? I will first add this to Brub.
So now he has 3 strength. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yep. I'm going to play.
Ooh, wait. I might have lost my hand when I clicked change teams. Oh wait, no. There it
It's
is.
over there. Yeah.
It's not under me though.
I don't know.
Oh wait. All right. I figured out how to fix it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Keep going.
I'm going to play Guilford. And I'm going to play Guilford over here.
Let's see. Each turn, move this card to another outpost. Move an enemy card there to another outpost. Interesting. In a round, for something like Gusto, is the round every turn, or is the round just
The
like...
entire like round.
I
So
see.
that's
Okay.
Oh yeah, Gusto doesn't get the 3 strength yet. My bad, my bad.
Crap. Oh,
If
are
it
you
moves.
gonna steal this from me with Guilford?
I don't think I can. Like if you play on the area island, I think you'll automatically get the 3
I see.
strength.
Could you have played Guilford? Um,
Turn 1?
or no, like it can't move right now after you play it.
No. I should put in there like start of each turn.
Okay.
It's
At
supposed to be like
at the start
at
of
the
each turn.
start.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm actually gonna edit
Um.
that in my own.
All right. So we got Gusto. So now we're gonna get that strength. Okay. I imagine. Let's see. If I had something that copied strength, would it gain it immediately, or would it like gain it like if I had something copy Brub strength, would it gain it as Brub strength increases, or would it just like get a one-time
It
effect?
gains it immediately, so
Gotcha.
it would just be whatever Brub's at. So if Brub's at 7,
Not that I
it
have
would
that
just
card
get
or
7.
anything. I wouldn't be worried
Yeah.
about it.
Nope. Nope. I'm
Um,
not. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, you know what we should do? Let's play. It's interesting the management of like how many cards you want to play in a given round, because you could sort of screw yourself by like playing too many cards one round.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's also sort of like an arms race, because like if I see like that you're playing more cards, that you're gonna slightly beat me, then I'm gonna want to play more cards, and then by the end of it we all have no cards. All right, I'm playing
Very
Vlox
true.
here. So I'm gonna copy of a friendly unit. Wait, never mind. No, nope, not playing Vlox. I thought I could copy you. Nope. Um, let's just and Guilford. Okay, this would be interesting. Let's just play Titus over
Ooh,
here, and then
moving gusto.
moving Gusto to the Winding Path, I believe. Did I move Titus up?
Mm-hmm.
And now we got the 6 strength.
Mm-hmm. And now Titus is a fun one because now only one card can be played at that outpost for each player. So Titus basically says like, try and beat me.
Yes, I. That seems very Titus of him.
Um. All right, my turn. I'm going to. I can't really move Guilford and toss anybody anywhere because Titus can't move to. I could move Titus to the ancient library. Oh, this will go to 2. Choices, choices, choices.
Yeah, I don't like Brub
Um,
just slowly getting strength. It scares me a bit.
yeah, Brub's great. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to move Guilford here, which will actually snag him back to the winding path, but in doing so, I will toss Titus there.
Oh,
And then
snap.
for my card, I will play Ember Archer here, and I will decrease Titus by 2.
Oh, snap. I don't like that. Did you say, do you have Dominus Katu in this game?
I don't think
The
so.
Brub effect reminds me of that.
Yeah,
It's very Katu.
I don't think I have Katu yet.
Decrease the strength of opposing card. Alright, so your turn is over.
Mm-hmm.
And how many? And we both have, so you probably have 5 cards left in hand. Yep. Alright. Um, um, hmm.
And all of these cards are still in testing. So if you
Yeah, of
think any
course.
of them are broken or weak, let me know because
As
strength
always,
is in a flux.
if there's one thing I've learned from Summoner Wars is that play games live and die by the playtesting.
Very true.
Um, okay. If I also had something that gained abilities of everything else in an outpost, is that a one-time effect or is that we're out?
It's throughout.
Okay. So let's go ahead and
Well, it's
play.
like one time. So it's sort of throughout, but sort of one time. Like it's one time it gains all the abilities,
Uh
but
huh.
like if the abilities are continuous, like Brub, then
I
it
see.
would continually do that. But it won't gain abilities of new things that get played.
I see. I see. Um, Interesting. I'm seeing some combos. All right, let's play a biter to your
Oh,
Airy Island.
yeah.
And I think I move it now?
Yeah.
How do I rotate this? What did you say? There you go.
There you go.
Let's move it over here.
It has to move over there.
Oh,
Winding
yes.
path.
Yes. Sounds good.
So
That's my turn.
when you player it, it lowers the strength of the Ember Archer by 2 also.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So
Sounds good.
that's a 1 now. And now you've made my winding path very weak. Uh yeah. And Guilford is kind of condemned to the winding path because
Yes.
unless
For
I fill it up, he can't move it.
yes.
Uh So I am going to play. This actually works out for me. The biter play works for me, so I'm okay with it.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to destroy biter and play a loot ball. Friendly card must be destroyed at this outpost when played.
All right, that's not good. That's not good. Guildford's interesting. Like I feel like Guildford is gonna give you a lot of control as to like where cards end up.
Yeah, that was the plan. I wanted to bully you around with Guildford and toss everybody on the winding path, and hopefully, either
Yeah.
either disregard the winding path altogether. But now I've committed to the winding path, so now I want to win.
Yes. So everything's going on the winding path. And I'm guessing you're thinking you're just gonna like win. You want to win with this brub. Okie dokie. Am I allowed to? If I pass, am I passed for the whole turn?
Yeah, you pass forever, but passing's never a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to like commit to like winning this round or if I want to just like because you only draw. It's always you draw 4 or 3.
Yeah, the only thing is I got a card advantage from this round because you didn't play on the Ancient Library, which you can't play on it now.
Yes.
But that does hurt you.
Interesting.
Because I Guildforded Titus to the Ancient Library.
That was clever.
So that's the only hurtful thing about that round. But besides that, passing's not a bad idea because I have control right now. Especially because the Ancient Library, unless you move Titus, you're going to be struggling to beat Brub there.
Yeah, because like, I'll just keep on playing this over and over.
Like you could win the Winding Path, that's still very winnable. Airy Island too, but the Brub one at the Ancient Library is going to be the tough one.
Okay, well, let's commit a little bit. Let us play a Wind Mage to the Airy Island, and let us grab Brub and move him to the Winding Path.
Oh, that's a well played move.
Have fun living in your Winding Path forever.
Yeah, now I just live here.
And so I could move. No, nothing can be moved
no,
in the Airy Island.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
You'd need another card. Guildford, I could toss the Wind Mage on the Winding Path, which I think I will. So I'll move Guildford there, and it'll go back, and I'll push the Wind Mage to the Winding Path.
You're still gonna force my hand here.
Yeah, I'm trying. And then you're gonna hate this.
You gotta keep playing cards? Uh-oh.
I'm gonna play. I mean, I already did a move. I gotta play a card.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna swap places with a friendly unit with sneaks. And I'm actually gonna slap a loot ball over here.
Interesting. Not a huge fan of that.
That's how we're going for it.
Oof. Can I beat you right now? Loot ball strength 7. I think I am SOL. So at least we made you play to your sneaks, but I think I will pass.
All right, so you will draw 4, and I will draw 3. The dice can get moved to the side. And then these will get... do this again.
And you get a token, so you've won a round.
Yes.
And if you win one more round, you win. It's best of 3, basically.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then these discards do matter sometimes, just a heads up.
Okay. It's fun. It's like playing a Summoner Wars deck for the first time. I like not reading through all the cards. I like being surprised by whatever jumps out at me.
Um, we'll place that over there. I get one of these tokens. We. Ooh, that's the full deck. All right, this is an interesting one, and I get 3 cards. We got the cramped one. All right, so the outpost we have this time, when revealed, the next player for each, the next card for each player must be played here at the waypoint. So you have to play there first.
Okay.
The Cog Forge, you can only have 2 cards on either side, so it limits it a little bit. And the Cramped Mines, only cards 3 or less strength can be played here, so only the
Interesting.
small cards.
Yeah, where are our deep dwarves at? I guess our deep dwarves miners probably not. They're just like crazy.
Yeah. So yeah. How many
Is
cards you got?
I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. What about you?
So I have 6, so you would start.
Gotcha. And random question, is playing a card to an outpost different than moving a card to an outpost?
Yes.
Okay.
But there's still a max of 3.
Gotcha. Yeah, just looking
The
for
rules might say play, because I switched that after I did this PDF. Yeah, they
yeah.
say played.
Yeah.
But
It's just
um
there's some ability I have I don't want to reveal that that's
yeah,
sort of
no
what I'm looking
worries.
for. Um let's see,
Playing is different than moving.
first card must be
For sure.
played here only to. Okay, so what is like a first card that I'd want to play here? Interesting. I feel like this is a game of like master plans. Like you're gonna look at your cards and be like, okay, what is the card that I'm gonna play at the end to like try to surprise the opponent? And then like
Mm-hmm.
whoever had the better master plan is gonna get the W. Um let's just let's just go ahead and, well, I guess this was what I was just talking about. I don't see a better way to do it right now. We're just dropping Valeria here.
Yeah.
So be afraid moving cards to the waypoint, I guess.
Yeah. Valeria would have been brutal at the winding path.
Yes, yes. Oh, that's true.
Everybody would have been losing, or all my people.
I'm still thinking if anyone
Uh,
in chat has a guess as to what big champion has the ability of decreasing strength by 1 every turn. It's some Summoner Wars champion. I haven't thought of it yet. See if you can come up with it. Hargrada says
um,
Maldar. That's a good guess.
it's not Maldar. I
Not
don't think of
Maldar.
Maldar. Yeah, I don't think of Maldar as that big.
It's a
I'm going
big champ.
to. I'm going to play the Glory Caller here. So the Glory Caller, every friendly card played on this outpost gains 1 strength.
Ooh, that's good. Very good. All right. Let's. Oh, it's a very good card.
I mean,
I
it'll give
won't
me
reveal.
essentially
All right,
2
I meant
extra
something in
strength
my
there.
hand. I meant something in my hand
Oh,
that I
okay.
don't want to reveal. But Glory Caller also very good
Glory
card.
Caller is good at cramped minds, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Let's just ruin your plan. Let's play Takulu. Let's take control of
Oh.
that Glory Caller. And there it is.
Oh.
There you
Yeah, that does ruin my plans.
Good.
Actually, I couldn't have even done that. I was cheating because I got to play at the Astral Waypoint.
Oh, snap.
So
Uh,
you can still
we could just
take one card.
we could go back 2 turns if you wanted, or
We'll just leave it. I'll make my next play there.
okay, sounds good.
Because otherwise the information is already out.
Yeah.
I'll play what I would have played there.
All right.
Which would be Black Saber.
All right. Every time a card is played at this outpost, this card switches sides. What? All right.
Much like in the actual game,
Much
Black
like
Saber
in the actual game.
is treacherous.
I love it. Ridiculous. Okay. Oh, I need something else to this outpost, or maybe I don't. But I don't want to pass yet. Each time a card is played to this outpost, so I could try to steal a Black Saber, or try to get you to like have to commit to
It's very true.
Here. Sure, let's do it. I'm gonna drop Wayward Rogue over on Astral Waypoint, so I take it Black Saber switches sides.
And then Wayward Rogue. He has 5 strength here. Black Saber switches sides.
Sounds good. And out of curiosity, if the Wayward Rogue was on the Cramped Mines, would it just do nothing?
Yep.
Nat 20 says Shonk as the guess for the champion.
That's it.
Oh, we got it.
Shonk is it.
Just getting tireder and tireder with every strike.
Yeah, Shonk just gets pretty tired after a while. Just a big meat shield that eventually just gets tired of being on the board.
Congratulations. You don't win anything Nat 20s, but respect. I wish I could
I think I'm gonna pass.
You're gonna pass. So
yeah. So you get one of these winning tokens.
All right.
I don't love my options, so I am going to pass. I get 4 cards, you get 3 cards. We will get rid of all these.
Okay, so let's see. And there's 29 more cards in that deck and 18 in this. So there's a fair bit of variety.
Yeah, and you need 3 more cards out of the deck. So there will be 26 that we don't use, probably.
Gotcha. All right. Damp Crypt. Every card here loses 1 strength. Easy. Not a problem. Dark Alley. No abilities exist in this location.
Yep.
Wow. Wait, why can't it, like Albus up in here? All right. When another friendly unit gains or loses strength at this outpost, another friendly unit must gain or lose equal strength if able. Fascinating.
The Deepwood.
You could get some meme cards in here, just like the Sightless Seer, just enrage everyone in the community.
Yep. Sightless Seer actually just destroys everything, and it can be played at any outpost and moved at any time.
Yep. And so who's going first in this one?
You still gotta draw your cards, right?
Yes. How many do I draw? 3?
3, and then I will go first because I will have 8.
All right, let's see what I got here. I'll mute myself and read them. Con Queso, each time an enemy card moves from this outpost, it decreases its strength by 1. Friendly cards at this outpost may not be moved. When, that's a good one, Maldaria. When placed at an outer outpost, count the strength for the opposite side outer. When placed at an outer outpost, count the strength for the opposite side outer outpost. Not sure what that means. When placed at, so one of them on the outer side. Oh, like count it immediately. Okay, I'm gonna interpret that, and if that's not what that means, then that's fine. I think that means like that outpost is immediately scored. Let's see. When around, when all outposts tiebreaker for round is overall strength. Yeah. Um, it's very we're very like early in playtesting, so like all like wording is gonna be like revised and whatnot. Of course, this is just and like a lot of cards are new, so it's just communicating the idea. Okie doke, I have read my cards. I think I'm good to go.
All right.
And this is it. This is like the
Yeah, this is it.
final countdown.
I am going to play this card first for sure. The question is where? Not to the Dark Alley. I'm going to play it to the Damp Crypt or the Deep Wood. I will play it to the Damp Crypt. And it'll gain not 5, but 2, because it's the first card played at that outpost.
First card played an outpost, increase its strength by 2. All right, I buy it. I buy it. Um, you're at 5 already. That's a little bit concerning. Do I have anything for gains or loses strength? Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's play on Queso to the Deepwood.
Oh.
And for the Damp Crypt, do we need to add a minus token to the Spirit Voyager?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just keep it on this.
Oh, I
And
see.
just do a
Okay,
1.
so it's just a 1.
So
Yeah.
it's a 4.
Sounds good.
I am going to play a Clinger to the Deepwood.
Add the top card of the deck to your side of the same outpost. Wow. All right.
Which I don't know how beneficial that was for me, but it is
Nullify
another card.
any changes to strength at this outpost. Wow, that changes the Deepwood.
It does. It just gets rid of the Deepwood.
All right. Interesting. And now you have a lot of strength there. Well, I had a plan, and now that plan is gone.
It's good. That's
Citadel,
good. That's what I
Citadel
like to
Knights
hear.
ruining everyone's fun, as
Just like
always.
actual summoners.
My plan for chat was to do something where like, copy the strength, gain the abilities of like I don't know something with Tress like gaining a bunch of strength, and Vlox gaining strength to like just like boost Con Queso up or something. Okay, let's. Yeah, gross. Wish I could just move you around. Uh, Oh, that's true, Hagrada. That's true.
I agree.
I agree. But we gotta. Hmm, we gotta be clever about it. All right, let's just drop Maldaria into the damp crypt.
Oh. Friendly cards of this outpost may not be moved.
Don't know what's going on there. Got some scheming.
Hmm. I don't know what I want to do.
You pass. That's fine.
No, 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 no. Um,
Save your cards for the next game or something.
I'm gonna play. I think Gul'das.
Oh snap! Gul'das actually good in this game.
Sometimes.
It increases instead. Oh snap!
So
Oh
it'll actually
snap!
go up one
Can you
at the
stop
damn
winning
crypt.
like all of the outposts? Isn't okay? Ugh.
Maybe I just got all the OP cards.
Nope. We're gonna get in there. Okay. Did I have I messed up my grand plan already? All right, I am going to play blocks and
Mm-hmm.
copy Conqueso.
Oh.
Or I mean, I guess I could copy anything. Yeah. Well, copying Conqueso.
So it's strength and ability. So blocks is now a 4.
All right.
So we got a double Conqueso. That seems bad. You throw any of my people from that outpost, they're basically dead. And
could,
also,
could be
I
a bit
didn't
scary.
explicitly say this, but
Yeah.
you can go negative in strength.
Okay. That's a bit
So
rough.
so bad that you're a detriment to your team.
Yep. Yep. Just like
Um,
Gul'das.
yeah, just like Gul'das. Hmm. Don't know what to do. Actually, blocks wouldn't get the strength change because of Citadel Knight.
Oh, that's true. Well,
You want to play blocks somewhere else?
um, yeah, let's go with that. Actually, you've convinced me. Uh, it was a little bit better.
Um, we're gonna play. Veldamax.
Oh snap! If there isn't another friendly card at this outpost, discard this card.
But it's at the Dark Alley, so it has no ability.
Ooh, be a shame if someone moved it somewhere else. Well, no, it's
Well,
a
you'd
one-time
have to move
ability.
it to a
I see, I
place
see.
that I
Yes.
have units. So,
But that is but this is like a persistent ability, not like a one
yep,
time.
yep, yep.
Yep, yep.
So, like, if I had an outpost with no units on it, and you moved it there, it would die.
Sounds good. Okay, so oh. All right, I'm gonna play a card, and be I might not be interpreting correctly how what this card is doing.
Sure.
Oh wait, crap. No, that didn't work. I need more. No, my plan is wrong. Okay, we're gonna get there. Ah, the no abilities. See, I have so many cards with abilities, but I can't do anything with them. No. Um, and so I suppose if Vlox was moved to the Dark Alley, does he get to keep the strength at this point, or no?
Yes.
Okay. So that's like a
Uh,
one time.
yeah.
Um,
It'd be the
ooh.
same if like Spirit Voyager was moved there. It would keep its strength
Yeah, though I suppose we're
because
not.
it's
Yeah,
already gained the strength. So
gotcha. I suppose we're not going to be moving a whole lot though. Um, ugh. Yeah, it's not great. Well,
actually, Vlox and Maldaria need to go down one
oh, that's true.
uh,
Crap. Crap.
because of the damned crypt.
Yes. Um, I'm not liking. Well, goodness. Yeah, Maldaria is like anti synergizing with.
What you want to do?
Yes. um. Yeah. Not maybe not looking so great. Okay, let's just. Yeah, I mean this will play our hand a bit, but we're gonna play Krusk over here. Um. Oh, do we have to move them immediately? Oh crap. Alright, never mind. Playing Krusk over here. You can't
Okay.
stop me. And it can't move anything. So
Okay.
Krusk is immobilized.
Maldaria might just not be that good of a card. I have not played it much yet, so I don't know. It might
I
need to be
mean,
changed.
it would definitely be a positive effect if like by opponent effects if you wanted to buff it.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's do that. Play it that way.
okay, okay, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You want
Because I want to change it to that.
um okay, okay, okay. Maybe in that case I will use Krusk. And sure, let's move Maldaria and Krusk over here. So now we have 7 strength in that row.
All right. And Maldaria will lose the -1.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
8 strength.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Um, and I think I'm going to open things up for better or for worse. I'm going to destroy
Uh-oh.
two of my own cards.
Okay. Got another blood ball or something?
Monstrosity.
Oh, snap. Interesting, interesting. I like it. Welp. I could have maybe done this in a better order, but well, no. I'm glad I waited. Okay, let's just play Tress over here, and
Mm-hmm.
let's copy 10 strength.
Yeah, that seems good.
That does seem kind of good, doesn't it?
That seems better than monstrosity is.
I mean, at least Monstrosity has the benefit of, well, yeah. I mean, you can still put some more cards behind Monstrosity.
Sure.
And you
Sure.
really only sacrifice the one Clinger because the Clinger just got a free card with it.
So you'll be at 9 there because of the crypt.
Yep.
And I will.
So what I really should have done is had either like Vlox copy Tress. If so if I had played Vlox copying Tress, could I have like also copied 10 strength?
Um. Yes.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah. I'd like you would just get the straight 10 strength.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You wouldn't get the ability.
It wouldn't be 20.
I see. Copy the strength and ability.
Because you would copy the strength of 0 off Tress, and then you would copy the ability and use it on
I see.
Monstro.
Okay, yeah. Maybe Vlox should say copy base strength then or something.
Yeah, definitely should.
Yeah.
Definitely should. Um, I've actually changed blocks since I made this one,
I
and
see.
now
Interesting.
doesn't even copy strength at all.
I see. That's sort of that makes sense. It's a little in line with.
And now is just a straight 2 strength, and it just copies the ability of a friendly card.
Yeah, seems good.
Which would allow you to get to 10 strength still with Monstro.
Yeah. I suppose even like 12 strength. There I guess copy base strength just
yeah,
like
copy
copies.
would change it.
Gotcha.
So I'm losing Dark Alley, I'm losing Decrypt, and I'm winning the Deepwood.
But yeah, so we should have like used Cyruk or Vlox to
Maybe I
copy this
abandoned
and then
the crypt.
moved it over.
Hmm.
And let's see, how many cards do you have? And you have 3, I have 2. So it all
Yeah.
comes down to this. This last round is like the most intense. That's where all the cards are coming out.
I'm gonna play the Ice Golem there. I think I'm gonna play it here, maybe. No, I can't do that. Gotta play it here.
Move all outposts to the left 1 space, placing the far left outpost in the rightmost spot. So we just the entire outpost moves?
Yeah, all the outposts would move to the left on my perspective, but I played a Dark Alley, so nothing happens.
I see. If they did move, like it's just like swaps the order of the outposts, or
Yeah, the
oh, I
order. So
see.
like Crypt would go to the like my far right, and
I
Alley
see.
would move over, and Deepwood would move over. But the problem with me doing it anywhere besides the Dark Alley is Veldamax would be by itself and die.
Yes, yes,
And so I had to play it at the Dark Alley.
yes, yes. Oh, I'm concerned.
So my 10 to your 8 at the Dark Alley, my 10 to your 4 at the Deepwood, and your 12 to my 8 at the Crypt.
Yes. Yeah, so now you have the initiative, you are winning. I don't like. All right, here is the weird card. Targan.
Ah,
When placed at an outer outpost, count the strength for the opposite side outer outpost.
so it's like the rogue, in which you will just gain 4 strength here.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that it counts for that strength.
Yeah, and you can also play it obviously at the Dark Alley, and it wouldn't have any ability. But even if it wasn't the Dark Alley in the middle, it wouldn't have any ability because it only works at an outer outpost.
Okay. Maybe in that case, I would rather play it in this
Here,
outpost, if that's
yeah,
okay. Yeah,
yep.
that gives me
And
a
so that's
chance.
4 there. Now it's 2 different places that it is 8 to 10. I'm winning those, and then I'm still losing 12 to 8 over here. I'm
I think
going
we
to
have unfortunately
play
lost with this one, barring the play where we were able to
Elma
like
here.
move another really high strength unit.
Yeah.
Swap another friendly card at this outpost with one in your hand. Okay. Oh, but it just doesn't do
Helma
anything.
might be broken. I realized just now that I could have used it earlier with Monstro and just swapped Monstro in.
Hmm.
Um,
Uh-huh.
which might have been real good, but
I see. And when cards are swapped in, they don't use their
need
effect.
to need to do their effect.
Gotcha. Well, I'm feeling pretty SOL. I don't even think I can have you beat on board. Well, okay. I mean, the best I can do is unfortunately little. I can just put Cyruk over in the deep wood so that I am now tying the deep wood 10 to 10, but you have one card in hand, so I think there's a good chance that you're going to be able to take that
Yeah.
back and then take the game.
Yep. And my last card is Shock.
It's the shock. Oh, and you just play it last and then easy. I like it. I like it. And then so
Yeah. Saruk didn't really work that well for you.
yeah, I mean, so like in retrospect, what I really would have wanted to like set up there was something like either using Cyruk or Vlox to copy Tress with a bunch of strength. But the thing is, you didn't play your unit with a bunch of strength until a bit later on, so I had to.
Mm-hmm.
But so like yeah, if I had used like Cyruk to copy Tress or something, that would have been awesome. Though
Yeah.
if Cyruk was in the same column as Tress and Vlox, would it get like 20 strength? Because it's copying both of them.
Yeah, it would get the total amount, so 14
But
more.
what's tough there is then I'd want to move them with Krusk. I'd want to like get something up to like 20 strength and then have Krusk move that to another outpost. So I'm like have just like absolute monsters in like two different outposts.
The
But
interesting part about that, though, yeah, is you want it split because otherwise, if you get Phlox, Trust, and Saruk at all the same outpost, yeah, you'd just be. I'd just avoid that outpost. I'm not going there anymore.
yeah, yeah. Well, but so are these like Vlox? Yeah, yeah. I see. And but Cyruk is gains the abilities. It's like a one-time effect. So even if he
Yeah,
moves, yeah. Well, so like I would, yeah. So I'd want to like get all the cards that have a ton of strength in one outpost. I mean, probably just Tress. What I should have done is like Tress and then Vlox in one outpost, and then I use Krusk to move one of them. So I'm just like, so now I have two very good outposts. The problem being that you can only have three cards in a single outpost. So
do you want to run it back?
yes, I do.
Give you some dice.
I wonder what would happen if you just got rid of the three per outpost rule.
Well, for the most part, it hasn't been because this is the most cards I've ever played with.
Yeah.
So for a lot of games, it really didn't matter
Yeah.
because you just didn't have the cards where it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Like that end game was very good in like playing 3 limited you a little bit to a section.
Yeah. but normally it's not. It's not
Well,
that much.
with the new rules, it is, yeah. But before they changed to the new card counts, it was not.
Gotcha.
Uh, we will shuffle and shuffle, and then pull out. Ooh, a new one, two new ones, and the Cramped Minds.
No cards can be moved to or from this location. I believe it. When a card is played to an adjacent outpost, it increases its strength by 1. Interesting. Okay, so that's just like really good. And yeah, I think one thing that would be helpful for me is like knowing which sorts of effects are like ongoing and like which ones are like one-time effects.
Yeah, and that's something that I should probably like put like an ongoing tag or like a passive tag.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sure there's different ways to do it. But so this is Tundra's Respite like an ongoing or an instant.
It's an instant when it's played at an
Okay.
adjacent outpost.
So if it's then moved later,
It'll
it'll
keep.
retain that. Okay.
Yep.
Um, only cards with 3 or less strength can be played there. That's a fun one for sure.
Yeah, it gives a little flavor to getting the big cards out of the way.
Yeah. All right. So I'm drawing 7.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. All right. Give me a second to read these. I'm gonna mute myself and read them out loud. All right, we got Shonk. At the start of your words. At the start of your turn, the strength is decreased by 1. So we save that. I like saving that till like the very end of the last game. Move an enemy card to an adjacent outpost. Decrease the strength. Okay, so we could move cards to the Cramped Mines. Interesting. Could I move a card with higher than 3 strength to the Cramped Mines?
Yes.
Gotcha. Just cramp on in there. Jarmoon, decrease the strength of one enemy card at each outpost by 1. Oh my goodness. Jarmoon OP. Decrease the strength of enemy cards at this outpost by 1. Play this to one of your opponent's outposts. Lower the strength of all other units there by 2. Swap places with an opposing card at this outpost. Fascinating. Fairy Sage, increase, because it still has 4 strength, so it's still like good. Increase the strength of friendly cards at this outpost by 1. Alright, I'm ready to go.
Let's do it. I can start again.
Sounds good.
I'm going to play. I play Aisha there.
Alright. I like it.
That'll gain 4, 1 from Tundra's Respite, and 1 from being the only card, or 3 from being the only card on my side.
I like it. That is you're cheesing the Cramped Mines.
That's
As
the
I'd
goal.
expect. Oh yeah, and you get 1 for Tundra's Respite. Wow, that's like the perfect card for that. Yeesh. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. None of my cards are like great openers. Maybe we just What if I just passed right now?
You could.
Strategy.
I mean, it's a valid strat.
How many? And then I would draw four. You would draw three.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Uh, I'd consider it. I'd consider it. You know what? Let's do it.
All right, let's do
Let's
it.
pass. I'm seeing that Ashia, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna beat that?
So we'll get rid of that. Discard. Discard. You got the Deepwood back, the Winding Path, and the Mind Palace. Ashia would have been great there.
Yes.
So I draw 3, and you will draw 4. Now we have all the cards.
So many cards. Hmm. And I go first.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. Let's. Interesting. How good is the Deepwood for me right now? Cards that would be moved to another outpost are moved here instead if able. You do. That's okay. Real quick, I think I want to play Citadel Knight, but I want to see is Citadel Knight. Would it nullify any existing changes to strength, or only changes from then on out?
Existing 2 is how I've been playing it.
Okay, sounds good. Let's put that. Let's put that in the Winding Path, cause that kind of scares me. Let's just get it there.
I will
Interesting.
play.
So if it moved to like another, so like say I had something that like had increased strength in the Mind Palace, like just something that like
Mm-hmm.
Ashia that has plus. If I move the Citadel to the Knight to the Mind Palace, Ashia would lose the strength. If I then move the Citadel Knight back, is Ashia going to regain the strength, or is it just like
Yeah,
gone? Okay,
it would regain the strength.
gotcha. So it's like an ongoing. I see. I see. Friendly cards at this outpost cannot be moved. All right, that's probably good for you.
Seems adequate.
Um, let's see. All right, let's just drop Titus here. See if you can
Oh,
beat 6. And we did and
well,
we did. Oh yeah,
Titus
plus
is
3.
actually a 9 now.
Yep. And we did say from last time that Cyruk is a one-time effect. So even if Cyruk gained
Yeah.
abilities and then moved, he keeps it. Cool.
Yep. Um, I will play the Ember Demon. I won't beat 6, but I'll match.
All right, all right. Decrease the strength of friendly units at this outpost by 2. I believe it. maybe I should have thought harder about that. Let's put an Airy Sage over here in the Deepwood.
Ooh, that's real good.
Seems like it could be.
I do not like that. I do not like that at all.
Yeah, I want something to move Titus. Like, I want the double strength. I want that to happen on Titus. Well, or here. I just being able to like
win the Deepwood.
because I'd love to be able to move things
Just
after I
win the
double
other
strength.
things.
Yeah.
We're gonna fight Targon
Okay. Okay.
and give myself +4 at Mind Palace.
That is ideal. Not ideal.
But I'm still sitting at 0 at the Deepwood.
And target is a 1-time or
ongoing, but if moved to like the middle, it would like no longer do its ability.
No
So
do it. Yeah. I see. I see.
it would just be a straight 4 then.
Let's see, and Airy Sage is wait, is Airy Sage ongoing or is it is it a 1-time?
No, it's ongoing.
Okay, sounds good. And so in general, is there like a general rule for what is so like if like a similar thing if there's something that's like decreases enemy strength at this outpost that's also ongoing?
Yeah.
Okay, but when I played the biter in the last game, that says like lower the strength by 2.
Yeah, that's just once.
That's just
that
once.
one said like 1 played.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Let's play Cyruk here. So Cyruk gains these abilities. Interesting. So Cyruk gains the abilities of the Airy Sage, and we did say this is a 1-time, I suppose. So
yeah.
But so
they're both gonna boost each other by 1 to start. I didn't mean to take Cyruk.
Took my card. Oh my goodness.
I meant to change the dice to a 1.
But then the Deepwood
will allow them to do it again both times.
Seems
so
nice.
They can both be a 2.
What did I just do? There we go. There we go. All right.
And then if somebody else gets played, it'll get boosted by both of them.
Seems pretty good.
It
right
does
now,
seem pretty
I
good.
have 5. I have 9 strength over there. I like it.
I'm going to do a smasher here.
Okay. I think I want to be mean. I think I want to play a brute and move Targan over here.
Ooh. Yep, that's good.
So yeah, get rid of that buff, and then I think brute should get a +4.
Yeah.
That's +2 from each.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real good. Yeah, I don't think I want to tangle at the Deepwood.
Can't imagine why. Seems like a good place to tangle.
But I don't know if I can really affect anything else. So I think I'm gonna pass.
Oh, and hello, Cheras. We're testing out a game that Aaron has created themed around Summoner Wars. I think, and it's in very early stages of development. You said, or like you've yeah.
Yeah.
So everything here is very likely to get tweaked or changed entirely. But themed on Summoner Wars, so you'd be like, if you know what something does in Summoner Wars, it's gonna do something similar. So you're passing, and so right now, what happens if I passed?
You win because
That's
you win the tiebreaker.
that seems ideal. Let me do the math. Yeah, because I have eight. I have a total strength of 8, 12, 17. Okay, and then 17 just in this one column, while you have 4, 10, 14, 20, and then I have an additional 3, so 26 to 20. All right. Well, I like winning. Winning seems good.
Yeah, it does seem good. So
We take those.
that you get one of these,
Sounds good.
and there's that.
And so this is the final round. This is this is where it's all gonna count. And this will be interesting even because like we still have quite a few cards.
And you're gonna draw 3, and I will draw 4. Ooh. Endless Savannah, Erupting Volcano, and the Citadel.
The closest player to 9 strength wins this outpost. When a card is played here, decrease the strength of another friendly card by 1 if able. No unit strength can be changed here. Interesting. But is the Citadel, like, if I change a strength somewhere else and then move something over there, is that fine? Or
Yep.
no?
It just can't be changed at the Citadel.
Let's see. Do your changes elsewhere.
Well, I don't know how. It's got to probably be reworded, but it might be best worded that like no strength, only base strength matters there. That might be a lot more streamlined.
Okay. I'm happy
Let's play it
to.
that way.
Okay. So only base strength. I mean, that seems is that effectively the same thing as like no abilities are present here?
Not necessarily, because abilities aren't always strength.
Abilities aren't always strength, so it's just it's a variation. Yeah, gotcha. All right, so only base strength matters here. Sounds good.
Oh. Um, one of my cards is unfinished. I will have to finish that and then
Good
hope it's
stuff.
all right.
Good stuff.
It's the last card I think I made. So
Yeah.
all right. How many cards you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I think I have 9 too.
I'm gonna talk strategy with chat real quick. I'll be right back.
No worries.
All right, I think strategy. We're gonna save the Ember Archer to shoot at the Endless Volcano at some point. How are we gonna do Citadel? I don't know. I think when a card is played here, decrease strength of 1. I think we're probably doing like Shonk and the doubler here. Where's my doubler? Double strength. Okay. What did Baldo do? This strength is applied to all adjacent outposts. Fascinating. So if we put that in the middle, that will do a lot. That's probably worth it. I mean, we could even double it, but But yeah, shonking and doubling shonk is probably good, especially if there's going to be like ties and stuff. We need a way to win the Citadel though without that. I mean, we could just play shonk and just double Baldo. Vera. I don't know. I mean, if I just win these two, that's fine. Thinking Airy Sentinel there. Alright, we have a strategy, or something vaguely resembling it.
Well, that's not any fun. Let's just go blindly into the abyss. So you go first.
Gotcha. Let us start out nice and boring. Let's drop an Airy Sentinel into the savannah.
Hmm. I'm going to.
This is where the plan comes in handy.
Yeah. Getting closest to 9 is what's throwing me.
Yeah, that's gonna be a brain burner. Oh, we can just play Shonk at the Citadel, and that'll be good.
Alright, I'm going to play Conqueso at the Citadel.
Each time an enemy card moves this outpost, its strength is decrease its strength by 1. Okie dokie. You know what we can do? We can just drop Shonk here.
Oh.
Playing my hand a bit early, maybe, but a good 7 attack. Not gonna be decreased.
Very true.
Oh, I love if we zoom out. This is like a grassy background.
I know.
Like
or like playing in a field.
Yeah. If only.
I'm gonna play a Wind Mage here.
Oh snap!
And I'll move Shonk there.
Maybe should have waited with my Shonkin. That's okay. That's okay.
Shonk is a dish best served last.
That's fair though. Now your Wind Mage is out of the way, so
that's true. That's true. It's only so many cards that can move cards.
Yeah. Oh, and so this was Conqueso. Okay, moves from this outpost. So I should lose another strength.
Oh yeah.
My turn. Uh oh.
Forgot I paired it with Conqueso.
And Shonk is just gonna die now forever. Bad. Okie doke. Is Quen here? Is this an ongoing effect or would this be instant?
Ongoing.
Okay, let's drop her in the Citadel.
But the Citadel doesn't work.
Oh, that's true. Okay, dropping her in Erupting Volcano. That was the plan all along.
And then you'll have to decrease the strength. of a friendly card by one.
Of a friendly card here. Yep. Donk is just gonna die forever. It's fine.
Or you can just use the same dice if it's
Oh,
Shonk.
that's true.
Yep. Shonk's having a jolly good time.
Yeah, that's not doing so great for us, but that's okay. That's okay. Wow, I'm gonna be able to play every single card in my hand.
Yeah.
And that's gonna perfectly fill up my board.
That's pretty satisfying.
Yep.
I'm going to play. Oh, do I go for chaos?
Chaos.
I think I go for chaos.
You gotta go for chaos.
All right, Black Saber at the end of Savannah.
Oh my goodness, why would you do that?
I didn't even map it out how it's gonna end up. I just want to see it happen.
That's so evil.
Play another card. I dare you. Try and get to 9.
Oh goodness. All right. Maybe I will. I'll play another card, but I'll play it to your side.
Oh, that's brutal.
But I think I still steal the Black Saber because I still played a card to the outpost.
Mm,
I'll let you do the ruling on this.
yeah. I feel like it wouldn't. I don't know.
Design intent matters most, you know.
Yeah. I feel like it wouldn't.
Gotcha. Because
Because it's. I feel like it should be worded like you're playing it if you play to your side. But then again, Biter is the only current card that can be played to somebody else's side.
yeah.
So I don't know. It's fine. We can. We'll play Stealing Black Saber.
All right.
But you get -2 on it, so Black Saber's now at 2.
I get this random card. The worst way to rotate this. Okay, there we go. All right. And
So I'm at 1, and you are at
7.
7. So you're winning.
And if you play another card, you don't get to steal Black Saber. So
That's true.
that other card you play better be an 8. Oh, and is Shonk at the correct strength at this point?
I think it needs to go down to. Was it at 3?
I think it needs to go down.
Yeah, go down to 4.
Yeah.
Silly Shonk.
Shonk's gonna like be deep into the negatives by the end of this. I should not have played him. Like wind mages don't exist.
I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna play Wayward Rogue at the Citadel.
All right, that is probably pretty good for you.
Seems decent.
Hmm. Let's. Get an Ember March Archer. Let's shoot Conqueso.
Nice. So you are now winning there, 3-2.
Oh no. Oh, because
Yeah,
Wayward
because the
Rogue.
rogues. It's.
That's true.
I should really make the Wayward Rogue 0 strength and just say apply 5 strength to the
Yeah.
to the left. Um. Hmm.
Mm. It's down to the end. It's interesting with like I wonder how the game changes once you know all of the potential cards and like how do you play it?
Yeah.
Like do you play around stuff? Do you like what do you have to assume isn't there? I'm not so great at like at games in general that just have like so many potential options of like cards the opponent can have. I'll
Mm-hmm.
like just get frustrated because like oh what do I even play around? But then there's also like a lot of skill there to just like taking the play that's safe that plays around like the most possible things.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're in a good position.
I
Two of my
like the sound
cards
of
might be not very beneficial this round.
that. I like the sound of that.
I'm going to. I'm gonna play a gunner here, and I'm gonna move the biter to the erupting volcano,
Interesting. Okay, trying to win
which
this outpost.
steals Black
Which
Saber
steals
from me.
Black Saber. Oh my goodness.
So I'm winning that one currently with a measly 6, tier 5.
Okay. Okay. All right. Start of my turn. Donk sucks even more. And man, if I could like give Shonk to you at some point here, it's like I could just nuke an area. You know, I mean, it's. I guess he'll be at like -3 by the end of this. No, he'll only be at like -2 by the end of this. -1. Okay, so it's not even that bad. Not even that bad. Let's see, and we need a way to be vibing. Okay, I have to consider that like I can't play that many extra units to places.
Yeah, almost every spot's gonna get used. So
Yeah, which is just because I did that silly thing in the first round and just passed it.
which is fine. Sometimes it's better that way.
Yeah. Um. All right, let's play Jarmoond. Which, yep, I'm feeling the Jarmoond vibes. Decrease the
Ooh.
strength of one enemy card at each outpost by 1. So I'll throw a 1 on the biter.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's throw a -1 on the gunner and
You don't want to throw -1 on Black Saber and then take it back?
I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. And let's throw a -1 on Conqueso.
Okay, okay, so we can switch.
Oh, yes.
All right, Conqueso's garbage.
we
Oh, actually,
we
Conqueso can't be changed because of the Citadel.
Oh, well, never mind.
Did you want to change your Ember Archer one to somebody else?
I'm not sure.
Wind Mage was for sure out there.
Wind Mage is out there. All right, we'll shoot Wind Mage then.
That's now a 4 minus, and Conqueso is none.
So now on that side, you're looking at a
Negatives.
so
No, I'm at
minus one, one.
2.
I got 3. Wait,
I got 2.
Wind Mage is minus 1. Gunner is
Oh yeah, no, you're right. 3. Yeah.
All right.
3 to 5, and I can't play there anymore.
See if you can win the other 2, though. I suppose.
I'm going to. I don't like the options I have.
Oh, you're not even gonna get to play all your cards.
No.
That is an interesting mechanic.
Technically, I could not play all my cards anyway. I could just pass.
Maybe you should.
I'm going to play. I do that. We'll do that. I'm gonna play a loot ball. I'm gonna kill Black Saber.
Oh snap! So now where you at?
I'm at 8.
That's pretty close.
It is pretty close.
Hmm. Let us. That one's so you're at minus 1 with that. That one brings you to 1. Okay, okay. Let's just play Baldo over here. That's a little bit weird, but so I'm interpreting that as his strength is only applied at the volcano.
Yep. So there you go. Same as the rogue type of deal.
Yep.
Oh, and Biter actually, because of Quen, is 1 less.
Oh, that's true. Oh, and also Shank should be at 6 by now.
Yeah. Somehow I'm still winning with Biter at 2, -2.
Are you? Biter's at -2. You're at 5, and then I'm at 3. I'm at 3 plus 3, though, right? 6.
3 plus. You're at 7 total?
Yeah, and you're at.
No, so you're winning. I'm losing. I'm at 3.
We love it.
We'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
Oh, I'm not gonna fill up all my outposts. Well, maybe something happened. Killed something.
It was you had Black Saber, and I killed
I
Black
see.
Saber.
She died.
Yep. I'm going to. That's a lose.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm scared because I'm expecting you saved your best for last.
You have bad expectations.
All right.
I'm gonna play Veldamax here. for better or for
If
worse.
there
It'll
isn't a
make
friendly card at this outpost, discard this card. Interesting.
made
Interesting.
Biter a 3, and Velamax will get -1 from Quen.
Why did Biter go down?
Because the Erupting Volcano, every time you play a card, you have to decrease the strength of another friendly card if able.
Oh, I see, I see. Did I might not have. Did I do that when I played Quen? I think.
You didn't have to because. Yeah, you did. You did when you played Quen.
Oh, because Shonk got moved there. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And Shonk got to -2 because of it. But Shonk will
Yes.
now need another dice.
Okie dokie.
All right. Final 2 cards. I hope they're good ones.
I
Mine
do too.
are not.
Wait, so I am. What's the current? So Endless Savannah. I'm at. Oh, I'm only at
8.
5.
Oh, yeah, you're at 5 because of Baldo. I'm at 8.
You're at 8. 8 is better than 5 right now. And now for this erupting volcano, you're now winning probably. You got +5, 10, 7 or so.
Yeah, I have yeah -3, so 7. Yeah,
All right, all right.
and you have 6.
All
Because
right.
Shonk's a 0 right now.
Well, let's go for it. I'm gonna play Silts. I'm gonna swap places with an opposing card at this outpost. And I think I'm gonna grab a Lut Ball. Am I interpreting this right?
Yep.
Which is it's funny to have Silts like thematically like betraying you, sort of.
Yeah. But it's the places swap.
Did this work out for me? So now I'm at 12 and you're at
I'm at 5.
okay.
So
Which
I'm
is
4 away, and you are 3 away. So you're winning.
yeah, so that's like dangerously close to not even being a good play. You have like anything else to modify strength. And
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm going to play. Can't do that. Oh. I think this is bad for me. I think I made mistakes. Uh, so I'm winning the other 2 places. No, I'm only winning the Erupting Volcano by 1. And then I'm not winning the other one because Concase is the only thing over there. So I think I have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't win me. I don't know if I have a way to win the game, but we're going to do it.
All
So
right.
Ice Golem will shift all of these over.
Oh my goodness. What are you
Which
talking
is
about?
not, it's not good because Shank's going to get all his strength back with the Citadel, which is what I've been mulling over this entire time. I don't see a way around it if I want the strength from Ice Golem. So Shank will go back to being normal. This will go
The
over
Endless
here.
Savannah shifts? Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
These will stay on the Citadel. And the Endless Savannah goes here, and I'm at 8, and you're at 6.
Okay.
But
And
now
then
you're winning Erupting Volcano, and you're winning the Citadel, and I don't think I can come back in either of them. But it does change the game a little bit.
it sure does. That for something like as brain burny as this to change the Endless Savannah at the end is so mean. All right.
Yeah, if Shank wasn't there and like hurting so bad, that would have been a better play. But
It's it's funny. So like, say there was hypothetically another card. I'm always just like gonna like be here like nitpicking rules because that's the only thing I know how to do. If the say that if say there was another card that then like moved moved the Citadel again, or I moved Shonk, would he get
yeah,
that -7 back?
I would believe so.
Gotcha. That might be
But
that'd be kind of hard to like keep track of and whatnot. So
yes,
we're thinking about.
but because of how hard that would be to track, it might be easier just to say no.
I mean, you could like we could even like keep the dice on Shonk and then just like words the Citadel in some sort of way that's saying like
Only base strength counts.
yeah. So like any additionals are just effectively disregarded.
Yeah.
Um but all right, I'm gonna play my last card. I'm gonna play Devura over
Oh,
here. I had the Devura Shonk combo since the very beginning, and I was like just hoping to drop that at some point, but it didn't
Devura's
happen.
good.
Devura, but we're only going to be boosting like an Ember Archer, it looks like. So
Yeah, but that'll put you at 10.
that will put me at winning. So hopefully, unless your
Well,
list can.
tied because
Oh,
I'm
nope.
at 4 on 8, so it's 8 to 10.
Crap.
So
Er,
so we're
oh, because this is the Savannah. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
That's right. Well,
But it's not going to matter because my last card is Cassia, the one I didn't finish. I had a 2 strength put down for her, so we're just going to do a base 2. And it's the other card that was an issue because it would also reset Shank. And I didn't want to reset Shank.
I see. That's real. So it's funny that like the thing that like felt like a total oopsie to me of playing Shonk right at the beginning, like actually made it kind of rough for you to.
Yep.
What do you do about
So
that?
that would be the end game, I think. I will have 7 here, and you will have, oh, 7, 12, and you will have 13. I lose by 1.
Wow.
But even if we had tied there, you would win off the tiebreaker at the erupting volcano. So
Yeah. That's
well played, sir. Well
that's
played.
wild. Yeah. Well, thanks for showing me. Is very cool. I hope you keep working on it. I hope it goes very well.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. I think it's in a good place, but definitely some kinks and stuff that need to be worked out.
Yeah. Do you think at this point are you still like playing around with like bigger picture changes, or are we, or more
I think the game's
smaller?
fairly set.
Yeah.
Obviously, balance changes are still need to be done. Like some of these cards, this was the first time I ever played them.
Yeah.
So like some of them might be too weak or too strong. But I think for the most part the rules are set. The only thing I've been playing around with in the rules really is the amount of cards that you get. Because the way it started, the first time I had only like a 30 card deck. Now it's 55. Um, and you only drew 5 cards to start,
Hmm.
or you drew 7 cards to start, but you only drew 2 cards on a loss and 1 on a win. So
I
you
see.
started with 7 cards and you gained 3 cards basically throughout the game.
Yeah.
And so you're playing with 10 cards, and it was never a situation in which, like we just ended with, in like every spot is almost filled.
Yeah.
Like, and so the having 3 limiting at a location never really mattered a whole lot. And a lot of the cards were like super powerful because they were like so strong in that vacuum.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely a tough balance to be like, yeah, how many cards you should be drawing, how many cards you start with.
I think I liked the one we just did
Yeah.
with it being like 7 cards to start and then 3 and 4. I think it feels pretty balanced.
Yeah. Yeah, because I suppose like the feel you're going for is like the cards that you the cards that you start with are like you're kind of planning for all 3 rounds. Like you're gonna get
Yeah.
those cards at the beginning and like, okay, what is your game plan for all 3 rounds? Yeah.
And that's something I put it with Nick once.
Yeah.
And I had played it in person like 8, 10 times before I played it with Nick, and it had always felt pretty good. Um, and then I played it with Nick online once, and he was the one that suggested that I maybe change the card counts for stuff because, especially for a player who's never played before, you're basically front ending all the information. If you
Mm,
start with 7 cards and you
hmm.
only gain 3, and not only are you front loading all that information, you're also not allowing like that aspect of card games that's really fun, like, oh, I might draw into like the combo I need,
Yeah,
because your
yeah.
chances of doing that with only drawing 3 cards in a game are very limited. So
No, that's a good suggestion. Um,
so I changed it around a little bit. Um yeah.
yeah, yeah. The only other like big picture thing I could see is like the thing where you choose to pass at any point and like what I did, like passing turn one on the first turn. Like I could see that just like
Hmm.
creating weirdness. I don't know what. Yeah, I've no idea like what alternatives would be, or like just, or like if that plays out to create like an interesting meta game or not. But just like something to keep an eye on, that as like that
Yeah.
sticks out as a little bit odd, but everything else seems to flow pretty naturally.
Yeah. That's definitely something that I've thought about. Because I had a friend who played it in person without me with their significant other, and one of their feedback was like, I just passed on the second round because I knew I could win the third round, like before I even played a card.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah. Um, but the other thing is when you just pass right away, like if they haven't exposed too much of their hand, they should have a good shot to like win it. Like I went into that last round with the card advantage.
Yeah.
I had one more card than you, I think. Or we had the same amount of cards, but you started. So like I had slight card advantage. Um, but you still pulled it out fairly handily on the one location and beat me on the other one. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wonder how it'd be different, like if you were forced to like play out every round and then like you only got to like keep 3 cards at the end of a round, and like then you drew some more.
yeah.
But
I don't
like
know.
I like the metagame too of, I mean, oh yeah, I mean it's or like, which they both create like very different strategies of like, of this one being like like I want to plan out like what do I want to do for all 3 rounds, and like, and then like, oh, like what are the odds that I draw something that'll help me for my strategy in my third, like on that, as soon as I got my cards I was like, all right, Shock Devura, I'm keeping that for the final round so I can just drop that and have like 14 strength in a single area and
Hmm.
just like snipe, and so like, and so that strategy's, yeah, so like, and so that's that strategy's interesting, or like, yeah, like what, whether we want, whether you they want to focus on like each round kind of being like contained, or like the big picture strategy of all 3 rounds that you have right now,
Yeah.
positives and negatives for each, you know.
And I feel like you can win without down a card. Um, so I don't feel like the passing is always the best situation. Like
Yeah,
if you pass right away, I don't feel like that's a for sure win if you get a card advantage. But
yeah,
I think the ability to come back and like play better and win down a card is definitely there, depending on the cards you can get. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a strange sort of decision to make, because like at the beginning, like on that very first turn, I'm like, well, like, do I want to compete, or do I feel like for some reason I would have a better chance just passing, and like it's, you really don't have enough, you don't have that much information either way, but like it's still a valid decision.
yeah,
So yeah, it's interesting.
but
Hergrata
I
says,
appreciate you
yeah.
taking the time to play it.
Hergrata says, you pass, I pass, then play out the third round.
Yeah, that would be even a different like way altogether because then you won't play every card.
Yeah, yeah,
So then you have to very much maximize the cards that you're going to play, because you'll have like 2 to 3 cards that you won't play at least. Maybe more. Yeah, maybe like 4 cards you won't play at least.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and that's not throwing in like a biter or a black saber or something that'll like block a spot. Um, that was the other reason why you didn't end with a full board on the last one. You played biter, and biter went to the other side.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But no, but I mean, you could pass, and then you essentially just like play out the final round with max cards and see who has the better 1 round combo. The other thing I thought about is like it's not a fixed game in which like if you didn't have time to play like 3 rounds, like it doesn't take long to play 3 rounds, like half an hour or so. But say you only have 10 minutes between something, you could play 1 round and just deal more cards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you could say like, let's just play 1 round, but we'll deal each other like 9 cards. So you'll get 1 for each spot, or you'll deal each other 7 cards and just play the 1 round. So you won't be able to fill every spot, but it'll be enough that it's like it feels good.
Yeah. I'm curious to ask, like, any particular inspiration for this game or for the outpost system, playing cards to outposts, just in general?
Not really. I played some Marvel Snap. I haven't actually played a lot of lane battlers.
Yeah.
I just thought my inspiration really was I like getting people to play Summoner Wars, and I felt like a simplified version of Summoner Wars would do really well. So this essentially is my simplified Summoner Wars, in which it feels like Summoner Wars, but you don't have to have all the positioning stuff down. In that aspect, it's more of just like you're battling for these 3 spots. So there's some aspects like the movement and the abilities and stuff that feel similar to Summoner Wars, but you don't have to deal with all the intricacies, which I love about Summoner Wars, but not everybody does, of like positioning and card management as much, and the econ and the magic and the so
Yeah. That's interesting. So part of the philosophy is just to like make it accessible and easy to play.
yeah, I wanted it to be like the shorter, more streamlined version of Summoner Wars was essentially my original thought process.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then I thought like the lane battler system would work really well for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I also thought my thought process was like it should be a no-brainer for Plathead to print, because like you can use the same world with the same art that they already have, and I feel like most Summoner Wars players would probably enjoy it. So they already have like a player base that would probably enjoy it, and like it's not super costly. Like there's only what 70 cards here, so 80 cards roughly. So for them to print it, it would be probably a very cheap game. They would probably be able to make it fairly inexpensively and then probably sell it for like $20 or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was my thought process.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, tell me how it keeps going. I'm curious as you design more cards and hone, or if you make any big changes.
Yeah, we can definitely play again at some point.
Posted. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, good stuff, and thanks for showing it off. Thanks for letting everyone see it. If you're right, I can post this to like YouTube as well.
Sure.
Maybe
I
get
mean, I
some
don't
people
mind.
to maybe get some people to look at it. Yeah, and if you have any, I well, it's up to you whether you condone this or not. But if people are watching and have any suggestions, feel free to send them to Aaron, or any
Yeah,
ideas.
I'm all ears. Or if you want to like take a look at the cards, I have shared them with a bunch of people just to like look them over. If you ever want to play it with me, reach out. I have no problem. I would love to play it with more people and just get more testing in. Or if you just want me to send you the cards and you want to test it like in person with somebody, feel free. I'm always looking for feedback on it, and always looking for more eyes and ears.
Yeah, sounds good. And that's Aaron VW8 on the Discord, or the G7 Ginger.
Yep.
Send a message. Cool stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later, Ben.
Yeah.